Hey, good morning, folks. This is Frank Iglesias, CEO of Santo Blockchain Labs, coming to you episode number 2 of the first week of January. Still wishing everybody a happy 2021. It's going to be a great year for Santo Blockchain. It's going to be a great year for blockchain, great year for many other industries. A lot of people coming out of the COVID. It's going to be great overall, a lot of positivity, a lot of love to everybody out there. So episode 2 is going to be dedicated talking about my relationship, Santo's relationship with the group ASAMA here in Vietnam. How it started and how it ended and why it ended. So with no further ado, let's start with episode 2. Thank you very much. During the first couple of weeks of March 2018, I was at a blockchain convention in Vietnam, and I ran across the ASAMA guys, and we started talking. We hit it off. Great group of guys. They started telling me about their Bitcoin mining projects that they have in Vietnam, up in the northern parts of Dalat and Sapa, where the weather tends to be a little bit more colder than hot and humid that you have here in southern Vietnam. They invited me to one of their conventions to be a speaker. I spoke at various of their conventions, talking to people about blockchain and about mining and the future of crypto and blockchain and decentralization. About 2-3 months into our relationship, we started talking about a merger between both companies and them acquiring 50% of Santo Mining Corp. So we put together and we drafted a plan of exchange, which we ended up executing, I would say, towards May of 2018. So you should see the copy of the executed plan of exchange. The premises or the gist of the plan of exchange is that for 50% of the company, they were going to, one, take us to the NASDAQ, to all the filings, not only the filings to pay for the PCBOB certified audits, and do everything that needed to be done to be able to take the company to a fully reporting status. Besides that, they were supposed to invest over 100,000 terahashes of Bitcoin machines to do Bitcoin mining. And this mining farm center was going to be housed in northern United States. So back then, I was looking at the Detroit area. Real estate was cheap still. Unfortunately, it's cheap. But I was looking around that area to get a warehouse big enough to house 100,000 terahashes of Bitmain mining machines. So that was the agreement we had. Beginning of the fall of 2018, still to that point, from March all the way to September, we at Santo Mining did not even receive $1 or a purchase order to go to Bitmain in China to purchase these 7,000 plus Bit mining machines that we wanted to install in northern United States. By that time, I was already pretty much upset at them because it's been 5-6 months and not even, 500, not even 1,000 machines, nothing. They were just basically gone dark. I started hearing through the rumor mill that a lot of people in Vietnam were upset with them. In my conventions and back and forth during the spring, the end of the spring and the summer of 2018, I met Calum, also known as Crypto Clover, documenting throughout Vietnam and Southern Asia, the blockchain community. So we hit it off, two foreigners in Vietnam. So we hit it off, and And, you know, we talked a lot, interacted. I knew that him, like many other investors, invested in Asama. And it ended up going sideways. He ended up doing an expose, because he's a big YouTube blogger, about that. So there are clips in this expose that I want to clarify, because in no means am I involved in what Asama did in Vietnam, or Santo Mining whatsoever was involved in what Asama did in Vietnam. So I want to break down that video so everybody could hear properly what Kalen has been saying. This video has been going throughout the internet for the last couple of years, been going through iHub, it's been sent back to me. People they think that I'm implicated in this, that Santo Mining is implicated in this. So I just want to make the record clear that I was not implicated in this. I had nothing to do with this. Santo Mining had nothing to do with this. And after this video came out, was that I issued a notice of termination because they did not live up to their expectation. So yes.
This is the brochure that they're giving people. And so right here, executive management is Frank. And so this is all bullshit because I just got off the phone with Frank, and this is not accurate.
So let's hear this again. Right here, executive management is Frank. And so this is all bullshit because I just got off the phone with Frank, and this is not accurate.
And so right here, executive management is Frank. And so this is all bullshit because I just got off the phone with Frank, and this is not accurate. And so they have Dao Dung as the CEO. They have a few other people who I don't really recognize. So Dao was the guy that I just met with. And so basically, like, what they did is they were rebranding everything to this Santo Mining Company, which is what they basically had, rebranded as. They had purchased the rights. It's a company apparently out of Florida. And so they're transferring ownership of the property, but they didn't even want to give me this brochure. Like, they were like hiding that, and and basically like they didn't want to expose that. And part of it is because that's all bullshit. And they basically gave me this, this Post-it note, which they didn't even really want to, explain that. So the address on that Post-it note is Frank's office, and he's like, no, this is not, like, I'm not the VP blockchain, or I'm not the president of this company. And so apparently they're using Frank's name as being part of the president of this company.
So let's hear this again. They basically gave me this Post-it note, which they did not even want to know or even explain it. So the address on the Post-it note is Frank's office, and he's like, no, I'm not the VP of blockchain or the president of this company. And so apparently they are using Frank's name as being part of the president of this company.
And they basically gave me this, this Post-it note, which they didn't even really want to, explain that. So the address on that Post-it note is Frank's office, and he's like, no, this is not, like, I'm not the VP blockchain, or I'm not the president of this company. And so apparently they're using Frank's name as being part of the president of this company.
So as these events were unfolding, and this was happening, prior to that, a couple months before that, I was developed a crypto wallet that looked like a credit card called the Asama Wallet, which I was actively promoting in America and selling it on eBay. So it was a crypto wallet that looks like a credit card using RFID technology. You could tap it on your phone. You could transfer crypto or other ERC20 type of crypto coins to it. The premises of the card was to eventually link it up to a debit either Visa or MasterCard processing company, so you could easily use your crypto as a means to pay things in merchants' accounts. Needless to say, Caleb Crypto Clover's video, once it went viral and I started investigating what was going on with the Asama guys, I soon knew that this had gone sideways, unfortunately. I issued them a notice of termination because that was part of our agreement, giving them 14 days to remedy the situation concerning our agreement, so we would move forward with the 100,000 terahash mining farm. After 14 days, I did not hear from them. They just totally went dark, and I issued a termination letter canceling the contract, bringing back the shares that were given to them because of this contract, and shutting them down with anything that had to do with Santo Mining. So this is basically, in a nutshell, the whole ASAMA experience here in Vietnam with the joint venture that we tried to do. This video is just dedicated to this. I want to just put it on the internet, leave it there. Any investor, anybody who has any questions, anybody who hears anything, they could always come to this video, hear it. It'll be historical. It'll be archived. It'll be a record. They could see it and they can make their own conclusions. But after this, I am not going to talk anymore about this whole 2-year fiasco. We need to be concentrating on the future, on blockchain 3.0, and on the projects that we're doing. DNA tags is going to be something that's going to explode, okay? Scully's is going to come back to life under blockchain 3.0. So I thank you, everybody. I know this whole segment went twice or even longer than it normally should have, but next week we'll get back to episode number 3. And we'll start talking about the future of the company and the projects that we're doing, and get over all this malarkey, people talking here, people talking there. So thank you very much. And once again, happy 2021 and have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next week.